Yeah, I guess first of all, Patrick, what was it like for you to be there and take us through kissing the court? That's something you thought about ahead of time, spur of the moment? What was that?
Kind of spur of the moment deal. You know, this place is a special place. I mean, I grew up here, you know, and you know, I had a key to Assembly Hall, and so this was my playground. And the visitor locker rooms are still shitty from when I was a young kid. I used to play in that locker room. They haven't changed the carpet yet. But this is like home to me, and so it's just kind of, it's special to be back, you know, friends, family, just university. You know, it's a special place for my dad, and so, you know, and Woody's here now, and so it was just great coming back. I mean, it was, it wasn't like emotional, it was just excitement and just fun to come back.
Was there any one moment, like some people say when I walk out of the locker room I felt it, when I got to the bench I felt it. Was there anything like that for you?
Just when you walk out, you know, all the fans are talking to you and everything. And then I look behind our bench, you know, I got, you know, my mom, my wife, teammates and everything. And so it was great. I couldn't ask, you know, besides the outcome, but I just couldn't ask for a better, you know, situation tonight. You know, it was special coming back.
You on one end of the court, Woody on the other. What do you think your dad would have thought about that moment?
Oh, he'd have loved it. Yeah, I mean, you know, Woody's one of his all-time favorites, and one of the greatest players here. And then you got Cobber down there. You know, we tried recruiting Jordy, but we were too far away down at Texas Tech, and I don't blame him. But so it's just been special to see. You know, you got Dr. Rink, Tim Garl, just everybody, Scott Dolson, and so you know, I think he's looking down and enjoyed the moment. You know, I think it was just special tonight.
And as an opposing coach, how do you kind of grade Indiana's performance? Obviously, a new team, a lot of new players, figuring some things out. But
yeah, I mean, it's great for me. And I was just hoping, I mean, we were trying everything, but we're young and undersized. But I know these, especially the transfers, because I scouted them the last couple of years, you know, out west. And I really like this team, you know, the personality. And the one thing you learn scouting, it's not just their talent. And these kids, I know for a fact, their intel's off the charts, not just basketball, but as human beings. And I think that's very important when you have talent and you got good people off the court, their work ethic. And I told Woody when they signed these three kids, because I mean, I saw them a bunch last year, and Balo, you know, the year before. And I think this team's going to be very good, you know, not just because of their talent, but because they have the right mindset. And, you know, Woody coaches them hard, and these kids take hard coaching. And they came from good programs here. So I think, you know, they got shooting, they got guys that can drive, they got mid-range, you know, and then, you know, they got size inside. They have everything they need, you know, from the standpoint of having a good year.
And conversely for you guys, you talk about being young, but just what is an experience like this early in the calendar?
Oh, it's great to get beat down. I mean, my guys were scared. You know, you could tell. I mean, this is the biggest crowd they'll play all year. I mean, you're playing against, you know, I told them, I was like, guys, I scouted 3 of these guys last year, you know, in person. So, and this is a legit team, you know, and so it was good for us. You know, we'll have a lot of tape. I wish it'd be better for them. You know, we're trying to, you know, try stuff, trapping and stuff. Just I wanted them at least get something a little bit out of it. And but for me, I mean, we'll watch this. We won't. I think we play Monday. We won't start on them until Sunday because we'll watch this tape all day tomorrow because it's great for just to show these guys, you know, because I told them I was worried about them not competing, like being deer in headlights, and that's what this situation is great about. And, you know, we'll talk to them a lot about their body language, their defense not getting back, just playing hard. So for me, it was great, you know, just from the standpoint that we got beat. And the way, you know, they beat us handily, but it's good for these kids to learn just what the next level is all about.
What do you like most about Rice and Carlisle?
Rice is very smart. Very good mid-range game, great with the ball, sees the floor, gets it up the floor, either off the dribble or the pass, unselfish. Work ethic off the charts, high IQ. I mean, what the kid battled health-wise the year before, I mean, the kid's a warrior. Carlisle, I think for him it's going to be, we always talk about in the pros, when I was with the Pacers, when free agents or trades, like a change of environment. And I think that the change of environment is going to be great for Carlisle. I mean, you're talking about a kid that's McDonald's All-American, great athlete, can really shoot the ball, and I think he just fits in better here with Woody. And then, you know, his intel, honestly, was unbelievable. Great kid, good student, and good work ethic.
Yeah, How weird was it?
shit.
How weird was it to come and sit on the other bench?
Oh, it sucked. I mean, because it happened to me. What happened when I was on that other bench? We got our ass kicked, but I was so screwed up. I haven't been here. I thought they moved the benches. I had asked Dave Pillar. I was so confused because I never come out of this locker room. So I actually asked Dave. I was like, "When did you guys move the benches?" He was like, "Man, you haven't been here so long. And you've never come out of that locker room." That's how confused I was. How used I am to being on the other bench where you win. But it was great. You know, just to come back. It's just one of the greatest things ever.
What about what's your fondest memory of this place, whether as a player or just with your dad or just being in here?
Just being here at practice as a kid, you know, with these players. You know, people don't understand. My parents didn't teach me the birds and the bees. They didn't teach me. I learned it all from those players. You know, so I lived a different lifestyle. I mean, I learned everything from those guys in the locker room. And so, honest to God, this was my playhouse. You know, I came here and I remember running remote control cars when I got them for Christmas. I'd come over because my dad made me come to practice because they practice every Christmas. I got remote control cars going up and down the ramps when I'm like 7, 8 years old. And then then finally as I got old enough to shoot, I always shot at the one end basket. And then as I got older, I started practicing with the team. And so just for me, just this place, Assembly Hall, was like my second home.
You've now coached as much zone in this building as your dad ever did. Is that part of your own identity that you're trying to carve out at Marian?
Yeah, and we have to. Our league's a high-scoring league, and man-to-man, and to me, is to make everything uncomfortable. And we actually will press some, but there's no way I was going to do that tonight with Rice, how he looks up the floor, and then Big Valo's down there just waiting for it. But we will mix up the defense a lot. And it's something actually that my dad and I talked about when we started doing ESPN, that he actually, no one believes me, he called me, he's like, hey, if I could do one thing different, I would have ran more zone and not a hard press, but just to take time off the shot clock. And so I took those notes, and then I always said if I got back into coaching, you know, I try to add more to the defense instead of just straight man-to-man.
When the day is done and you look back on this experience, what do you think is going to be your biggest takeaway from coaching on the Assembly Hall floor today?
Oh, just tonight. I mean, you know, it's the anniversary of my father, 1 year anniversary of my father passing away. Just the warm welcome, and then just friends and family were able to see our team play, and just for my team to come through to see this and be part of this crowd and go against a good team. You know, I told them, I was like, guys, watch this team all year. I mean, they're gonna beat some people, and you can learn from it. And it was just a great environment, great situation. But I think for me, I was glad my kids could experience, and they can learn a lot from this, especially tomorrow, because we'll have a lot of good film for us to watch.